With the release of Persona 5 Royal coming out on PC and Xbox very soon on October 21st, I thought it'd be a great idea to showcase to new Persona 5 players tips and things they should know before playing. Also, no spoilers. I hate spoilers in my tip videos. First tip, this game is really long. It takes on average 103 hours to complete Persona 5 Royal, and if you're a completionist who wants to get every achievement, it'll take about 140 hours or more. It took me about 2 months to complete the game, and that was when I had more free time in my life. Second tip, always keep in mind time is against you. For a game that takes 100 hours to complete, you'd expect time to be on your side, right? Well, it isn't, but not in the way that you think. Persona 5, just like the previous two games, run on the calendar system. Essentially, the game takes, of course, over 10 months of in-game time. No, time won't pass by if you decide to wait at school and read every piece of dialogue the students have to say, but time will pass if you decide to perform any activity that advances the game, such as hanging out with a social link, going to a dungeon, studying, or even working out. On a normal day, you can only perform 2 main activities. Tip number 3. Activities you can't perform during the day might be different at night. What I mean by this is that there are activities that you can only perform during daytime that you cannot perform during the night. This mainly holds true for hanging out with social links or confidants. In Persona 5, half of the confidants you can hang out with appear only during the day, and the other half only appear at night. So keep that in mind when you decide to plan out your day. Tip number 4. Explore each location. When it comes to Persona 5, it's the only game in the series that lets you travel to the most number of cities at once. There are many places to explore in Persona 5, so you better make sure you do visit those places as they may prove to be very useful. For instance, in the new Persona 5 Royal, a store in Kichijoji lets you exchange common armor you find in palaces for points which you may spend on some cooler gear. Last tip, finish up those palaces fast. In Persona 5, palaces are dungeons that have a deadline, which means you have to clear the dungeon before a certain date, usually about 2 weeks or more. It is advised that you finish these palaces in 1 day. Why, you ask? So you can spend more time on grinding those confidants and social links. If you were to finish a palace in 1 day, you would need to stock up on a lot of SP items, which you can do in the early game by purchasing soda from every vending machine. If you cannot finish a dungeon in 1 day, try to get as far as you can so you can finish it another time. That concludes the tips in this video. If you find any of these tips helpful, let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you want more content like this, or suggest any content that you would like to see on the channel. Remember, subscribe to me, Lazy, for more content. Bye bye now.